Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the the What If Zuko was stayed quirkless and became a nun. So, the whole theme of this, like, what if thing, because Zuko, well, in this what if, stayed quirkless. So, it's kind of weird, yes, but it's okay. Sorry, my voice is kind of sound weird. It's because I just woke up. So now, yeah, in this alternate timeline, Zuko, who has a unique two different powers, abilities. So in this timeline, there's these like special things that detects who has a quirk and who doesn't. And they ignore who's the quirkless and go right to the powered one. But Zuko so now I'm also throwing in Zumi. So the reason why I throw in Zumi into these videos is because she will go down that path of her brother from the canon version, the anime / manga. Okay. And yeah. So yeah. Alright. But she has a quirk of fire manipulation. So yeah. So let's begin. He were born. And then when they were age of 4, they went to a quirk doctor. They get their quirk checked. And the quirk doctor decides to tell Zumi that she has a quirk of fire manipulation. And she says, yay. And then when he looks over at Zuko got told that he's quirkless. And yeah. So Zuko was not powerless because he has way more power than he needed. Like, he can basically manipulate anything. He could change reality or like space, time, everything. But they don't know about his powers yet. So the Inko and the Sashi pay more attention to Zumi. Then with Zuko, like, they don't pay any attention to him. So, yeah. So he's like, does his thing. thing, and yeah, he he does his stuff like he walks around like normally, and he does. Yeah, Zuko ends up getting beaten around by Bakugo, calling him Deku, but Zuko actually doesn't mind being quirkless, actually. As that makes Bakugo really confused. Why? And he says, well, seems like, my dreams are shattered of becoming a hero. I'll just join the normal school. Okay? And take care of my little sister, okay? As Bakugo could tell that when something really weird is going on with Zuko. So, only trying, and like what he said, he joins like a school, normal school, without any, because he's quirkless, so he can go into the, so, yeah, Zuko ends up, like, he's just walking around the school. He learns a lot. But then after school, he goes home. His parents don't pay any attention because they actually go out to like a fast food place with Zumi, and Zuko just fends for himself. Like, okay, as yeah, he doesn't see his parents or his sister. So, and every time he wants to, but he got held back by his own guilt. And plus, during Christmas time, no one gets him anything. Like, he straight up got cut from their lives. And, like, so he left, had Inko and Sashi and Zumi. He felt feels like he's not belongs there. So he walks away. He lives on the streets. And he goes to like a normal school and the Mancuni, yeah. He's away from, yeah. So, but one day, because it's a time skip thing, Zuko, who was trying to sleep, it was during the All Might versus All for One, the whole, like, thing, and Zuko's, is woke up angry. As Zuko gets up, as he walks over, as the laser is about to hit All Might, as Zuko stands in front, and before it even touched him, it went nope, as it went sideways, like made a giant L. As he walks, as he says, you know it's a school night, right? As Zuko looks over her at All for One, then after he said that. So no fighting. As, yeah, as All for One knows that it's impossible for a quirkless person to reflect that attack. As the All for One says, you're her. I don't know what quirk you have. I'm quirkless, as Zuko replied. And you, who must be All for One. Hun. I'm really mad right now. As Zuko says that, as he speeds forward so fast, grabs as he he literally reaches right into All for One's chest, like broke every bone, reached right through, and ripped out All for One's quirk. Yeah. As he crushed the quirk right in front of All for One's face. Yeah. As All for One is screaming, no, 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 as his body deteriorates. And, like, poof. Yeah. As everyone couldn't believe it. This kid just killed the symbol of evil. As, yeah. Then all the villains came in, and the Nomus that are trying to kill this kid. But he took care of them in about 5 seconds. Yeah, he slaughtered every single one of them, as he says, now I'm gonna go back to sleep. Now, as Zuko walks away, as they could not believe the slaughtered everyone that saw Zuko, who was terrified of Zuko. They could not believe that someone just came in and killed a symbol of peace and all of his worshippers without even lifting a finger. And Zuko lays back down. Yeah, in his most uncomfortable bed. He had a cardboard underneath. He had cardboard on top. He also used a cardboard or trash can or empty trash can to be putting his head on. as he went right to sleep. As everyone was, and then the next morning, when he gets up, it was time for him to go to class. As he goes, as he uses the empty hallways, like he's like goes right through. Yeah. So no one notices him like going right to school. So, but this, yeah. So Zuko uses the showers and get cleaned up thing. As the principal Nezu, and they had their meeting. First of all, well, and yeah, Bakugo was even terrified. I forgot to mention. Even Bakugo was like terrified what his friend did. In person, yes. So Zuko was like gonna be, and he doesn't get one for all. He's, but Mirio did. And yeah, Zuko was basically was. So he goes in, he learns, and yeah, thing or two. As he used the like those hallways from the building. Yeah. I don't remember what they're called, but after like school, he goes to back to where he was. As before he arrived, the of course the principal Nezu, oh, that was principal at UA, not the normal school, told him that, so you're the number one most powerfulest person, as Nezu says, as to Zuko, as he says, huh. As Zuko could tell that it's Nezu from that All Might versus All for One. The one that, and you're part of that group, being a lot of noise last night. Aren't you? Principal Nezu from UA. Me? Yes. Eh? I know that you are. I'm trying to find that picture of Nezu and the what I'm talking about, but I can't find the stupid thing. It's the yeah. So Nezu decides to. Here, I'll just use like. I'll just use like. So Nezu tells Zuko that he might be qualified to go to UA. And Zuko says that to becoming a pro hero. Huh. Oh, my dream was, or actually, of course, he says when I was a kid, I used to, or when I was 30 years old, I always dreamt of having the quirk and becoming a pro hero. Like how All Might and Endeavor. But that dream shattered after they called me Quirkless. Yes. So, the answer is no on it. Okay? So, because they usually quirks people have that a privilege to go to UA. But me, I don't get that privilege. And because I'm quirkless. So he walks away from Nezu. As the two guards try to stop him, but they both got whacked out. Huh? As Nezu could tell that Zuko had a of course Nezu did or he did know that Zuko the reason why he did the killing on All for One and the villains is because he needed his beauty rest and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, a lot of negative powers. So he goes back to sleep. As everyone doesn't want to wake up the bear, the one that literally killed All for One, yeah, that's pretty powerful. So he when he's asleep, weird things has happened when he's asleep. Like the creatures start to form. It's because of his power, not his quirk, but his power. There's a difference. So monsters keep crawling with similarities to everyone. Like, to, you know those, like, mangled bodies? Yeah. Imagine or some, imagine every person turns into, like, the, so he starts, or as the monsters start to crawl, they start to destroy buildings. Pro heroes are on the case. And they're away from Zuko, so yeah, they're not even coming close to it. And he was basically, no one knew that it was Zuko's power that's doing it. So the next day he come, as he gets up, he wants to walk around us, because let's say it was a Saturday. He wants to go walks around as he sees a corpse of a monster that someone just killed. As he's like, huh, interesting creature. It must be someone, or it must be a villain or something. But then when he came closer to it, the monster doesn't react. Or actually does react. Because, and in its words that before it died, it said, "My master." Or actually, he says, "You are my master." And Zuko, because his power of 0 and infinity, or actually or 0, allows him to absorb the negative parts of his power. But then it transforms it into a entity. Like yeah. So when he was taking a nap, or like, he goes in, or he walks around, as he doesn't really, let's say on that Saturday, let's say All for One versus, or the pro heroes in his monster form, as he says, "Quirkless, useless, stupid," as he sings himself that song. As the as before All for One was gonna kill Lumi, he says, or Zuko says, "Hey, jerk, come here." As All for One stops his, like, gonna thumb on turns around, and he sees Zuko, as he says, "Huh, what do you want, Squirt?" "Well, you're her." And Zuko says that, looks like you have just tried to hurt one of the pro heroes. That's not okay with me. And Zuko uses his negative power as a portal opens up. As Ochako recognized that portal because she saw that same one from her bedroom. Yeah. So as monsters comes out, or a monstrous hand comes out and squeezes All for One, or no, overhauls entire body, ripping the head off of All for One, pulls it out, and yeah, as it cleans itself up, done. As he says, I don't know what's going on. As he wipes his eyes, as Ochako runs over, and she knew who Zuko is. Because they haven't really officially met, but they heard so much about Zuko. And now she pieced two to two together. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Ochako tells Zuko that they have a special power or something like that, Zuko. And I'm Ochako, by the way. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Ochako. So now I'm gonna walk away. Hey, so see ya. As Ochako says that you have a connection with those creatures, as Zuko says, I really don't know. The only connections that I connect to is humans. That's it. Okay? As everyone's like, no. Because most of the people that was in like Ochako's class saw that same portal like twice. And yeah, as they put two to two together, as they said, no, you have like a connection to it. As they said, or he says, I really don't know what you're talking about. And so then he leaves. And again. As they told them, or actually they need to do a DNA thing, or something, and tells them that he has more or something than in. So, yeah. No, not really. So, one day, Zuko got called, or was, of course, let's say it was Bunny Girl, and took him to the hospital thing to see what solutions they have. And Zuko says, I don't have any. Well, why? Okay. As he goes with her anyways. And they did a DNA thing. And let's say they had a machine that can detect powers, like not quirks, but actual powers, like his abilities. So when they did, and do it, it said, or the quirk doctor was surprised. Like, where is it? Where is he being? As the quirk doctor read the machine, this thing must be broken or something. As everyone's like, what do you mean? Well, it says here Zuko has the powers of infinity and zero. As everyone couldn't believe that Zuko is a godly figure without them even knowing it. As they could not believe that this kid is on a whole nother level. As he says, it doesn't surprise me. Like what the rest of you are. When I have the powers, I'm quirkless, so as Zuko is a. So he gets up, and he walks away. As everyone couldn't believe that they're still in shock by that. So then the Nezu heard that Zuko had this much power, but he doesn't accept it because it's not a quirk. So, yeah. As everyone is tracking him down, because everyone couldn't believe that Zuko is the most overpowered character, even on level God level. Only level. Yeah. So, yeah. Zuko was pretty powerful. As he tries to fight himself. Oh. She doesn't. As Nezu tells them that he must be found at all times. As when who asks Shashi to come into his office real quick, and yeah, Musashi got the update on his son, and when he heard that his son is the most powerfulest person in the entire world, he was like, what? And yeah, Zuko uses his powers. And don't mind my dogs. So yeah, Zuko ends up getting tracked down to, of course he was like, yeah. So because they wanted him to go to UA early, like in the same class as his sister is. Yeah. The same one that this one, or the, where his sister was at. Yeah. So Zuko was like, in his own mind, he doesn't. Of course, one of the pussycats understands that but you have an amazing ability. It gives you so much more potential. You're just gonna throw it all away? As he tells them that he used to, whom be happy me, because at age 3, before I knew I was quirkless. And you know how that pains me? I'm still recovering from hearing that thing. That's why I always try to numb the pain. And makes things worse is Dashi and Inko pay more attention to my little sister more than me. Or actually pays a lot more to my sister than me. And that's brings salt to the wound. Lemon to a wound, or something like that. And Zuko is very upset. He just wants to be left alone. Because it was as the portals got created, as multiple monsters comes out, as they all start attacking the as Dead Arms tells them that, man, if something tells me that this kid's not gonna become a pro hero because of tragic. You think? As she says that, you think it? Yeah. Because, did you not hear his backstory? As they all point their fingers at Musashi, And, of course, Bakugo, he could not believe that his own friend is the type level. Like, basically, like, yeah. So then, he called him, or called Deku, or Zuko Deku, right? But that kind of pushed it over the line. And, yeah. So what does Bakugo do? He tells the pro heroes he'll go into the forest by himself because he knew me or I knew him when I was just that age too. So then he walks over to go, as Zuko was there, as Bakugo tells Zuko that I heard that you're now the non-tier level. Yeah. Oh. You were born with it, hasn't you? You didn't reveal it until until those creatures came and a portal opens up. What was that? I hope you don't mind me asking. That's, as Zuko says, that's my power of 0. It takes negative thoughts that I have and turns them into creatures. So yeah, it's just how it is. And yeah, he doesn't want his own, as he starts to tear up. Azuko wants to be left alone. As he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to use his powers for villains. He just wants to be left alone. As Bakugo gets up, walks around the tree, and sees him, as he sticks his hand out, as he says that, I know that you're pretty powerful, Zuko. As that, they could not, or Zuko was taken back by what he said by calling him Zuko. Yeah, I know that you don't have a quirk, but that doesn't matter to me anymore. What matters is you having this not only power, that turns the tides on for villains. So yeah, Zuko, who uses as Zuko, as long as you don't, or as long as don't like get me near the Sashi or father, yeah, or Inko or Zoom or Zumi, yeah, Inko or Zumi. That's the only thing. Yeah. So then he goes to class 1A. And he does the whole bit. He caught up on all of his work and what he missed. And yeah, and he became a pro hero at fast. And yeah, when he did that, or when he became a singing that when UA got Zuko, the villains are like, oh crap, as they go get into hiding. I mean, because they know that Zuko is that powerful. So yeah, they've seen what he can do to the remaining villains, should I say that? Because the high-end villains that were like that came, he slaughtered all of them. Yeah. So there was nothing else to do with a pro or front because for the pro heroes. And yeah, Zuko doesn't want to talk to Zumi. But he does get talked to by, of course, Ochako. Or actually, Momo. Oh. Because the. And everybody. In like, you guys would probably wanted me to do the. Like, add Ochako to, like, talk to him more. But I'm like. She probably wanted him because of his power. But no, it's actually the answer is quite simple. She wants him to be her boyfriend. Because she knew that Bakugo, if she dated Bakugo and get married to him, everything, or the kid would probably have like explosion quirk or a flying explosion. Yeah, because it's a combined of their quirks. Azuka with gun tier type. As yeah. So he decides to normally every time Zumi tries to talk to him, he just ignores her. As then it was finally enough is enough, and she straight up told him that our father and mother, I know that it must be painful for you too, Ling, because I know that whole backstory because our father didn't realize that you were the only overpowered character in the family. You should have done more. Azuku says, what should they have done differently? After the quirk doctor said that I was quirkless, that's like one layered wound right there. As, yeah, the and plus the honor her mother and mother pay more attention to you because you have a quirk. I do not. As as the buildings is starting to collapse, as the students are panicking because they know that as the pro heroes, like the teachers, gets everyone out, as Azumi like argues with her brother. There's one thing that I do learn it from making this what if. Do not make a most overpowered character mad. You know why? Because Zuko, was as like so overpowered as they still keep arguing about that. I know that our father and mother is wrong, but please just give them a chance to. No, as Zuko says, no, because he were, plus all of you, like as he points, all, or that's why no one, as he starts to tear up, as he says, no one cares about me. As he starts to walk away, as he's crying, as the building stops shaking so bad, or it actually did crumble. As Nezu and the students, like all the students, or Nezu and the pro heroes, they all agree that this is why he said they're keeping him away from. As Asashi could sense that, and the Zuko is a much more powerful. So please leave a like, share, subscribe. Please wait for part 2.